I ordered from 4 stoma companies pre-operation. We are 4 days later and 2 of them have delivered me free stuff, so let's see what I got. So the first company I ordered from is called Convatec, and they sent me a bunch of leaflets with loads of information. This is like a booklet one. This is the application card, which we'll be following today. And these are the different sprays that they come with and how to use them as well. And then an introductory to their care. They also sent me a adhesive remover spray, which I think just looks really subtle. It's not great screaming, this is a medical supply. And a skin barrier spray. And 3 of their drainable large ileostomy pouches. One of which I'm going to be trying to wear all day and filling it up with stuff, testing it out, and just seeing how it fits under different types of clothes. So that's all I got from Convatec. That is their pre-op package. They are also going to send me a post-op package for free as well once I have had my operation. So I also contacted StoCare, who have sent me a ton of stuff as well. So from StoCare, I got the remover spray. I actually already have one of these from when I had my first meeting with the stoma care nurses, and I know I really like this, so it'll be interesting to see how different this is to the other one. 2 barrier rings that are pre-cut at the bottom. Loads of wipes. Now the one thing I haven't used as well is the wipes. So we've got the barrier wipes, and the blue ones are the remover wipes. So it'll be interesting to see how the stoma bag comes off with a wipe instead of a spray. And they also sent me the StoCare Extend for the base plate, which again, never used before. That looks like this. And there's 2 packs of these and they come with all of that. Now, StoCare didn't contact me after I applied for this. They just sent the samples out. And it was quite quick. I believe it was 4 days to get all of that stuff. And then the Convatec package, I got a phone call the day after I applied for it, and then all of the stuff came the day after the phone call, so it was super quick. The person on the phone was absolutely lovely. It gave me loads of information, which I'll put in the caption of this video. I just filmed an entire video of me putting it on, and my phone's just deleted the entire clip, but it is on. I used the extend plates as well, and it feels really secure. Didn't use the barrier rings because I didn't have scissors with me to cut the flap off. So my husband's made me a mixture.
Just flour and water, nice and easy. It's apparently to
replicate stool. So we are going to try and put it in the bag, and then I'm going to sit with a fuller pouch, because so far this isn't going anywhere. It is so secure. I did use the extend. If you watch part 1, you'll see that I put the extra extend, one above and one below, but it is just not moving, even though it's really hot today. So we're going to try and put some of this inside. Wish us luck. And then I'm going to sit with it in for a few hours to see if it being heavier tugs it off or anything like that. And then later on we will try and empty it, see how that goes with the squeeze mechanism here. We've got the bluey towel on in case we make a mess. Let's give it a go. I'm going to put my foot up as well, which I've seen quite a few people do when emptying or changing their bag, sorry. So this is going to be replicant of more of a looser stool. That will probably be enough.
It is quite heavy with it being just flour and water, so...
I mean, stool's heavy as well though, isn't it? So, okay, so we're going to shake all of that in there, and then we're going to fold it back up. Hopefully we get no leaks.
Get the full experience.
Absolutely. Put that back on. Something I did realise earlier as well is you really have to squeeze this shut until you hear that like crunchy sound, otherwise it does just unfold. So that's probably quite an important thing to do with actual fluid in. So I've got my bag, it's full up to about here, and they recommend no further than halfway, so that's about right. I'll wear that for a few hours and we'll update you later. So this is what it looks like, that full.
Which side is it on?
This side.
Oh.
So it's like, you can kind of see it if you're looking for it, but I feel like, especially in these jeans, if you're not looking for it, it's not like pulling, so.
Yeah.
It is a bit cold, but that's on us.
Yeah, that's the water.
Right, so it's currently 1 o'clock. It's been an hour since I've eaten, so I should probably done this a bit sooner, but it's not real anyway. So we're in the bathroom and we're gonna attempt to empty the bag and see how that goes. Okay, so I have a step stool here to protect my knees so I can get to the right height for the toilet. And then on my radiator here, I've got 2 folded sheets of tissue paper, so hopefully that'll be enough. But let's give this a go. So it's definitely warmed up now. It's been like sat on my skin. I'm going to try and keep this as mess free as possible. So nothing, even though it's open. There we go. And then obviously if this is actually attached to a actual ileostomy, there is the situation of trying to get the air out first, but that is not something I'm going to have to do for this one. So now I'm going to get my double folded piece of paper and try and put that inside. Close it around, just give it a wipe like that. And then use my one-time folded one to try and just clean off the outside a bit more strategically. Okay, fold that back up and clip it back on. So my hands are completely clean. This is all completely clean, nothing on that. So I'd say that's a win. Still no tugging, still no uncomfortableness. I'm all crouched over on the sofa, and obviously I've got my jeans on as well. And this has not given me any problems whatsoever. And yeah, overall it's really comfy. It does get quite warm, I think, because of the double layer with this, but so far so good. Okay, I've just been invited out to go to Maisie Day. This is the fit, still got the stoma bag on. I've got shorts on just for this demonstration. I've tucked it into my underwear there. And then when you put the dress over and you flatten it out, can't tell us all. Okay, so it's currently 6:30 on the same day. I've just got back from Maisie. There's been a bit of an issue on this side where it's basically, I could probably get my fingers where the hole is. Now, I'm presuming it's user error. I was in a wheelchair, I didn't have my kids on my lap, which was probably tugging on the bag, which probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. So we're going to take it off now. I'm not going to sleep in it. We'll try again to do an overnight one with the next bag. So these are the remove wipes. Like I said, I'm going to try and use these. If not, I've also got the Convatec spray there to use as well, because I've used the StoCare wipes before. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go from where it's peeling here and try and go around that way. And then we'll see how my skin held up as well, because that's the other thing I'll be interested in. Okay, that's hurting. I'm gonna use this. I'm such a wimp when it comes to adhesives, but because of my MCAS, if I pull too hard on something, I'll come up in hives in that area if it like tugs on my skin, so it's just not worth the hassle. Okay, so I'm not bleeding. This is the red on that. There is some white gunk on there, which is interesting. And then I'll use the rest of that wipe to get the adhesive off. Try and get in the light. This is what my skin's looking like. So not too bad. Yeah, I mean, it all looks good. Obviously a bit wrinkled, but that's what you're going to expect with a bag. Yeah, thank you for following along. And when I get the kits from the other 2 companies, we'll do another one. So follow along if you want to see the stomas from Clinimed and Uroma, I believe they're called. See you next time.